Hello! I don't know what today's going to be about. I don't know what to do every day, but we're going to figure it out. Maybe I just talk about what I'm doing here right now. I'm getting settled in to prep what the next 3 months are going to be. So if you're in Canada, I don't know about other places, but definitely Ontario, the protocol for oncologists is, well, for when you're not in care. So I'm not in chemo or immunotherapy anymore. They've decided not to do radiation this time. So since we're on this alternative route, the only requirement the oncologist has is to every 3 months give you a CAT scan. If you're in Ontario, Canada, that is, they don't do PET scans very often here. It's like pulling teeth. The government controls PET scans, and I guess because of money, they're trying to minimize it. So we do easily, I think it's about a third of what Quebec does, for example. I think there was over 3,000 PET scans done in 1 year, and in the same year in Ontario it was under 2,000. So there's some discrepancies there about getting PET scans in Ontario. But anyway, so every 3 months you can get a CT scan, CAT scan and an oncologist appointment. Besides that, they don't do anything else. So, well, they'll help you manage all the other things that happen. So if you're sick, you're ill, you're in pain, that kind of stuff. So they'll manage all the other symptoms. I am lucky in that my symptoms are some back pain, fatigue, all the rest of the general things you get. But I am not sick on a daily basis. It's mentally challenging, emotionally challenging. So I'm very lucky in that if I manage those things very well and I sleep well and I eat right, I'm fairly healthy. I will actually go as far as to say in 2023 in June, when I was diagnosed this time, as opposed to the first time in 2016, this time, I'm healthier now than I was June of 2023 when I was diagnosed. And I say that because I've lost a bunch of weight on a carnivore diet, and I do feel better. So that is amazing to be going through cancer and to have that managed. So what I'm trying to do now, pardon me, I'm so sorry. What we're trying to do is, so in these 3 months that I have, I just did my scan February 19th, got my results last week. This week is the first week of March. So what I'm believing is, so we have March, April, and May. So probably by the end of May, I'll have another CT scan. What I'd like to do is get to Ned. We're going to find Ned. No evidence of disease. By the end of May. That's a goal. How do we get there? Well, I've been doing some research on the press pulse protocol from Dr. Seyfried in Boston. Then there's also the Hippocrates Research Foundation. There's so many others. But what I found was Dennis, the guy that they talk about, who's managed to get to Ned with his cancer through the press pulse protocols from Dr. Seyfried. As I understand it, he's documented that. I took that document. I'm looking through it. We don't have access to some of those drugs. And so I'm trying to find alternatives. So my first thing is I need a nutritionist. I need somebody in metabolic health. I need somebody to understand insulin resistance to help me. And then I also need to find alternative medicines for what the protocol is that these folks were using for this Dennis guy. So that's my goal. And once I get that, I'll add it here to YouTube and share with everyone else. I am not yet doing carnivore again, I fell off the wagon, and for the last couple weeks, I've been eating completely regular, like I used to June 2023. It's terrible. I'm addicted to sugar, so of course I went right back to that. But the fun thing is, now that we're doing this, and as I do all my measurements, you'll be following me through going back into ketovore, carnivore, ketosis, and with blood sugar levels, all of that jazz. So I'm not starting that yet because that's going to be next week. But yeah, I'm going to get a schedule together. Then I'll share. I think that's the best thing to do. Plan it out, see how well I meet my plan, and get back into keto and get managing my blood sugar again, and then figure out how to suppress glutamine and glucose in this press pulse thing with berberine, allulose, all the things that everybody's talking about in these podcasts. And I'm gonna give it a go. So I'll share my calendar the next time I'm on, and later. Thanks for joining.